All right, everyone. Well, thank you again for being here tonight. My name is Brooke Hemingway. I am a double diamond ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. My husband Thomas is also a diamond ambassador, and I'm going to be joined tonight with a good friend of mine, Johanna Trask. She is in California. She's a sapphire ambassador with Plexus. And as we go throughout this call, we'll be explaining a little bit more what that actually means, because I know when I started with Plexus, I had no idea what those things meant, and they honestly didn't mean anything to me. I came to Plexus a little over 5 years ago because I was looking for help with my energy, my mood, a lot of common things that people struggle with. I just felt like I was off. There was nothing really wrong with me. I wasn't necessarily sick. I just didn't feel as well as I thought I should feel. I have a background in health and wellness, and I was in fitness for many years, teaching exercise classes and training people how to live a healthier life. I especially kind of like to specialize in women's health and helping women to live healthy because I'm a mom of 6 kids. My youngest is 3, my oldest just turned 15, and I was determined as I went through all of those years of having babies to keep myself healthy and fit and energized. The only problem was I did not feel energized at all. So even though I was fit, healthy, living that lifestyle, I felt drained. I also had common issues that people have, like bloating, trouble sleeping, lots of headaches, things like that, that just were chronically becoming an issue more days than they were not. And so that's why I came to Plexus. I wasn't looking for an extra thing on the side. Now, maybe you've come tonight and you are specifically looking for something. Many people that come to Plexus are looking for a business. But what I will say sets Plexus apart is that so many people come to Plexus because they hear about our products. They hear about the results people are getting. They hear about how incredible it is and that it works in an amazing way. And it truly does. Because of that, we have great loyalty to our products. We have people that absolutely love and cannot live without their Plexus products. And if you're going to align yourself with a business and with a company, you want to be with a company that has products that people cannot live without and they want to take on a daily basis. It makes Plexus incredibly unique. Another thing that makes Plexus unique is that our products are really great for anybody, men, women, older, younger. It doesn't matter. There's no one specific person that these products are for. They really truly can help anybody, which gives you an unlimited opportunity to share with people you know, people you meet, and people that you might meet in the future. It's kind of like that universal product where Plexus has niched down and made everything they have unique enough so that it's special and it has multiple benefits, but also something that everybody can use. I love that we have products that I can give to my kids, products that me and my husband use, products that, my friend's 92-year-old grandma uses. So it's really just such an incredible thing. I do have to be honest though, and maybe in the chat you can tell me how you feel or how you used to feel. I remember looking at Plexus and thinking, well, that's nice, but nobody actually is successful at these things. Nobody actually really does this as a real job. This is not a real profession. I went to school and got 2 bachelor's degrees. I had my degree in nursing, I had my degree in kinesiology, and I was doing the traditional thing. I had a real job as a nurse. I didn't ever look at anything like this as being a real profession until I started the products, started sharing, and saw how this caught on like a wildfire. I saw that there was so much power in social marketing and creating a network of people that you could be helping. I saw that there was so much power in developing leaders and empowering other people to not only take their health back, but to also be able to have greater freedom and choices in their finances. Network marketing is truly a leadership development program. So if you're somebody that wants to develop into the best version of yourself, you're somebody that sees yourself as a leader, you're somebody that sees yourself as somebody that cares about other people, and you can see something greater or something different than what your life is right now, network marketing gives that to you. The fact is, pretty much most things are going digital. I want to know in the chat, in the comments, where your last purchase was. Did you purchase something off Instagram? Did you purchase something from an ad you saw online? Did you go to Amazon? Did you go to your favorite website where you place orders? Did you do grocery delivery? Anybody? Amazon, yes. Most people are shopping from this device. Now, I got to be honest, I still enjoy going into a shop. I still enjoy doing some traditional Christmas shopping and things like that. But for convenience sake, most people are shopping online. So e-commerce is the perfect field to be in. And network marketing is e-commerce with a personal development plan. That's truly what it is. It's e-commerce, social sales with a personal development plan. We see so many people on social media selling a blanket or earbuds or repping this and repping that and repping all these different things. And the difference between that and what we do is we have chosen to align ourselves with an incredible product, an incredible company with great integrity that has the systems in place, that teaches us leadership development and personal development skills that we can take and apply into our life. We're not just selling a product, we are selling a lifestyle upgrade through your health, through your personal development, through your bank account, and in many, many other ways. So I'm super, super excited to dig a little bit more into the compensation of Plexus, share a little bit more of my story, and share how Plexus is different and how you can easily fold this into your lifestyle. But first, I want to introduce my friend Johanna. She is the sweetest, most amazing woman. And I asked her, hey, would you join me on this call? I want people to hear your story, your perspective, why you started and why you're doing this. So take it away, my friend.
Thank you, Brooke. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here. I'm Johanna. I live in Carlsbad, California. I've grown up in Southern California my entire life, and I started Plexus 7 years ago. We were finishing up my first year homeschooling. I was a special ed teacher at the time, working from home virtually. This was before it became like a normal thing. It was a virtual teacher, 3 little kids. So I was homeschooling my first grader. I had a TKer and I had a 2-year-old. Plus I was working full time, and my husband would come home. He was an administrator, so he was gone long hours. He'd come home and I would be like, I'm going crazy. And he would laugh and I would say, no, I'm serious, like verifiably crazy, because I cannot do this. I cannot do all this juggling. I need a way out of this job, because I felt called to homeschool. I knew that God had called me to do that. But I just kept thinking, how can I juggle a full-time job and homeschooling? Also at that time, 2 of my kids had severe eczema, life-threatening food allergies, and one of my kids had asthma. And so I saw my friend Sylvia post about Plexus, and I reached out to her for my kids. We started on the products, let me back up. She's a good enough friend that when I was chatting with her about the products and about the income opportunity, because she brought that up, I asked her how much she was making. And at that time, she was making $1,000 a month. And in my mind, I thought, okay, well, if Sylvia can make $1,000 a month, I can make $300 a month. I did not realize this was my way out of my full-time teaching job. I just thought, I'm going to get mani-pedis without feeling guilty, and I could buy some clothes without feeling guilty. Like, I just thought $300 cushion. And I started sharing the day I signed up. I started sharing why I had chosen Plexus, because I had done my research. And all of my cute friends who looked healthy from the outside were reaching out to me. Like, I don't go to the bathroom every day. I have headaches every day. I'm bloated all the time. I can't drink milk anymore. All these issues that everybody was suffering with. And so I was able to help them. And in the meantime, we started our products, and my kids' eczema started clearing up. Their food allergy numbers over time started coming down. My daughter that had asthma, it was about 6 months into it that we realized, my husband and I were like, we have not taken her to urgent care for a breathing treatment. Like, we didn't expect that. I lost the last of the baby weight. I started feeling good. I felt like Brooke, where she's like, I was fine, but I knew something wasn't right. Like, Plexus reset my body. But also we were getting healthy. That first month, I made just under $1,000. And I just thought, oh my gosh, is this what I've been praying for? Is this my way out? I didn't think it would look like this, but it did. And it just steadily has grown from there. And then 6 months in, I was able to resign from my special ed teaching position. So remember, I was homeschooling, had a 2-year-old. I was working full time, and I was able to weave plexus into my day by multitasking while doing things, listening to trainings while I was doing the dishes, spending 5 minutes here, calling this person, posting, doing the things that I knew I needed to do, but I just fit it in when I could. And it's just been a huge blessing for my life.
What do you think is the biggest way that this has changed your life as a family? As far as maybe even just like opportunities or the day to day, like how does it look different for you? And honestly, back when you started, which remind them when that was, like, could you ever have imagined that your life would have changed this much?
No, that is such a great question. It's like I could spend an hour answering that question because it's changed every aspect of my life. My husband was a high school administrator. He would work, he'd leave before the sun came up some days and get home after the sun went down some days. And he started saying to me, I hate that I'm missing out on the kids while they're little. I hate it. And about 2 years into working my plexus business and growing to Emerald, he had the option to leave his career or put a pause on his career. And I didn't force him to. I just said, you have the option now. And he chose to take a step back from his career. He works from home like 50% of the time, based on compared to before. And so that alone, like the fact that my husband's home and he does not miss out on anything with the kids. We were also able to travel full time for 8 months. We only stopped early because of COVID, started shutting down all the campgrounds, but we were able to travel the United States as a family. And so, I mean, there's so much more, Brooke, but those are the two main ways that Plexus has changed our life.
So you did this with a full house, a full-time job, a husband that wasn't home. So it's not like you just had this handed to you and it was just like a piece of cake. You did have to earn it. You did have to work for it. And this is honestly one of my favorite quotes. It's something that I believe, and I always want to, talk honestly about when we talk about this business. And it is that nothing is given, everything is earned. As we share our stories and we share what's available in Plexus, I do like to give that disclaimer that, results may not be typical, but I don't believe that if you're here listening to this call, you're a typical person. You're here because you have some vision. You're here because you can see an opportunity for something else. You're right. I'm not a typical person. I am a hard worker. I have a ton of faith. I choose belief. I know Johanna also has a ton of faith, and you take these steps just moving forward, not knowing ahead of time exactly what this is going to look like. My story was similar in that my husband also worked 80 to 90 hours a week. He was a very hard worker. He's been working hard since he was 11 years old. He turned 47 this summer. Has always paid for everything from the time he was 11, for his clothes, his whole college, every single thing. And that's just who we are. We were hard workers, but it was really taking a toll on him. I would say more so on his mental health and all that stress that it put on him working in the ER as an ER doctor for 80 to 90 hours a week. Anybody here that works in the medical field knows what a stressful job that is, especially when you're the physician and you're in charge of those 20 people that are in your ER, and you never know what's going to come through that door, but you have to be prepared for it. And so 20 years of doing that, and in December he was able to also hit pause on that, not because he doesn't want to practice medicine, but we're in a different season in our life. We are now full-time homeschooling all 6 of our children. We're doing a lot more traveling. He's writing a book on health, and basically an anti-dieting book. If anybody hates dieting like we do, it's the anti-diet. He's working on a podcast, and I get to see him developing in his talents and doing things that he loves, as well as for once in his life, spending so much time with our children. We went years and years and years without him really having any relationship with our kids, except for maybe to say goodnight to them when he came home. And we desperately did not want to get to the end of our kids growing up and not have those experiences or those opportunities. Maybe you don't have kids. Maybe you have grandkids. Maybe you have a spouse. Maybe you have friends that you want to travel the world with, or debts that you want to pay off, or maybe you just want to be able to go and buy some clothes and get a mani-pedi and not feel guilty about it because you've got other bills to pay. I want you to put in the chat something that you would do if you just had an extra $500 or $1,000 deposited into your account every single month. Now imagine if you had $500 or $1,000 deposited into your bank account every week. What would you do then? Now, let's just get really crazy. What if you had $500 to $1,000 deposited into your bank account every day? What would you do then? None of those things are a pipe dream in Plexus. We like to say that. We're from Hawaii, right? A lot of people are like, oh, that's a pipe dream. Nobody does that, right? These are average yearly incomes when you average out all the bonuses, compensation, and pay in Plexus. Our family is a triple diamond family. Johanna is a sapphire family. I see Phyllis here. She is an emerald family. I have 25 jewels in my organization, which is an emerald, sapphire, or diamond level income, dozens and hundreds of people in the gold through senior ruby categories. This is real income. Can you think of a profession that makes $49,000 a year? Anybody have one? Put it in the chat. What about a profession that makes $102,000 a year? Right off the bat, I can think of a pediatrician. I know a lot of pediatricians, that's about what they make. What about $172,000? Maybe you think of a lawyer. Johanna's sponsor, Sylvia, was, before Plexus, lawyer, right? $418,000. Maybe you think of a successful business owner, or maybe you think of a surgeon or somebody like that. This is not an isolated incident. In Plexus, there are over 1,000 jewels, 1,000 people. We are not an old company. We are a fairly young company. We've been in business for over 10 years, but really actively surging in momentum for about 9 years. And we continue every single month to have more and more and more jewels. It's absolutely mind-blowing, and something that if you would have showed me this on the day that I joined Plexus, I would have been like, that is not a real thing. But I'm standing here today to tell you it is absolutely a real thing. And if you are sharing Plexus and building a Plexus business, I'd love for you to put in the chat, what is one difference it has made in your life? Now, I asked Johanna to also share with us some of the other things that she has loved about building a business, because this is not your typical 9 to 5 where you have no relationships. Like, you just kind of punch the clock and you work next to this person and you're putting in your time. There's other incredible rewards that come with building a Plexus business. And I asked her to share some of her favorites.
Yes, the first one is the personal development, me learning how to step out of my comfort zone one step at a time, just to become the person God has created me to be. And I'm not there yet, but I'm getting closer. And the relationships. In Plexus, it almost brings me to tears. I have made some of the best friends from all over the country. Maria's on here. She is like we link arms. We're not even on the same team, but we just are such good friends. And Brooke has poured into me. We are not on the same team, but I just am so grateful for the relationships. I'm also grateful for the traveling and the fun events that we've gotten to earn or attend. My husband and I have traveled because of Plexus to events, and we say our marriage is better because of Plexus, because we've had time to just get away, take the kids sometimes leave them home with grandparents, and it's just really strengthened our marriage too.
I'm muted. I was just saying, absolutely. It's been the same for us. Not that it doesn't come with difficulties, because anytime you're starting something new, you're building a business from scratch, there's a learning curve. And so we always say, here's one of my cuties right here. See, this is the real life, my little 5-year-old. Lily was a brand new newborn when I started building my business, and she's going to be turning 6 this summer. But it doesn't come without the bumps in the road and the learning curve, but that's part of the beauty of it. I find that I have made some of the best friends as well, and we are a resilient bunch, and we know how to support people well. And because of this, many people go on to write books, they go on to speak, they go on to open additional businesses. My own sponsor has many different businesses, and it just provides this incredible platform for creating new friendships, this incredible platform for growing new opportunities. And of course, the trips are fun. That's an amazing, amazing thing that we love. We'll both be in Mexico this fall, and we're looking forward to that. And those
What?
types of benefits come as you grow your business. Let me do a quick mute here. As you grow your business to the jewel level. And so really quickly, I am going to share my screen one more time here and show you what that looks like. This is the category that I was talking about where Plexus has about 1,000 people in this range. I love to show a lower end and a higher end of these ranks because there always is a lower and a higher range, right? And when I put adding 300 or adding 600 or adding 900, that means approximately 300 people in your entire organization, approximately 600 in your entire organization, approximately 900. That doesn't mean you have to go out and get 900 people started on Plexus. The beautiful thing about leadership development and building a team is that when you help others succeed by helping them help their people, you succeed. It's really the most beautiful thing because it's not a selfish model. It's this model where we're all able to help one another to develop and grow our own networks. So these are very real incomes. These are very real possibilities. And one of my most favorite quotes as well is the only impossible journey is the one you never begin. I said no to Plexus for an entire year. I was not even just a soft no, I was a hard no. I was like, I don't need these products. I'm healthy. Can't you see I'm a fitness instructor? I don't need this stuff. We all like to pretend like we're fine. I also didn't want anybody to know that I was lonely all the time, that I didn't have a husband that was around, that was overworking. I didn't want anybody to know that our life was less than perfect. And so I said no for a year. I almost didn't begin. And because I said yes to Plexus, it's drastically changed our family. We've had the opportunity to develop the best friendships in the world. We live a debt-free life. We've helped other individuals that we know and love live debt-free lives and be able to live life on their terms. We've helped other people to make income, to give generously to charities, generously to their churches, generously to their communities. Plexus has a heart of service and caring, and Plexus gives back. It's an incredible organization, an incredible business to be a part of. And we only hope that after this call, you'll take that curiosity of maybe like, you know what, that Johanna girl, she's pretty normal. I think she's pretty normal. Brooke, yeah, she's sort of normal. Like these seem like normal people, professional people, educated people, right? People that are not just selling snake oil. People that are not just doing something just for a buck. These are people that are doing something that they believe in with a product that works, with a compensation plan that's incredible, and with people that have character and integrity and love what they do. And when you line those things up, it is so much fun and it is so rewarding. And you will find when you have the opportunity to meet more people in Plexus and you go to a Plexus event, it's not competition. It's joy. We love the work that we do. And I can say that almost 6 years in, I'm just as excited about this opportunity. I'm just as excited and energized. I'm just as excited when someone hits join and joins me or joins someone on my team because I know that that is the possibility that their entire life could change. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We hope that you'll share this video with somebody that you love and you see potential in, and we hope that you'll be brave. Unlike me, don't wait a year, that you'll be brave, you'll hit join, and you'll jump in with both feet. Thank you so much for being here, Johanna, and thank you everyone for being here tonight. I'll be here for a moment to answer any questions if you have any. Thank you.